So Brownsville, Brooklyn, New York, zip code 11212 is like the highest concentration of public housing in all of America, per se. With the whole Reaganomics, war on drugs, crack cocaine era, the community kind of fell apart. And I'm kind of like a product of that time, being an 80s baby, born in 1984. That kind of, you know, I lived in an era where my childhood was a time where I would see people on the streets like literally using drugs. Let's not get it twisted. The federal government sends millions of dollars a year to Brownsville. The state government sends millions of dollars a year to Brownsville. And the city government sends millions of dollars of funding to Brownsville. However, the agencies and organizations that are obtaining this funding are not comprised of Brownsvillians. They are not people who were born and raised in the community. These are people who've seen the opportunity to come into a damaged community, preying on the funding, and claiming to help provide services to the community when ultimately these people are not helping us at all. Why? Because they don't know us. So when we first started, we started in my aunt's living room. And I mean, it was the summer of 2012, I remember it vividly. I would wake up at 9, 10 in the morning, and as my eyes open, I got a group of young people hovering over me like, "You ain't up yet?" And I'm like, "Oh God, oh my God, who let you guys in?" Like, you know, like.
See this boy think he Michael Jackson. Nah, it's too
So when I first started doing what I was doing in 2012, everyone used to say, "You can get funding for that. You can get funding for that." No one ever told me how. You know, like, "Oh, you're taking care of those kids and you're helping those kids. You can get money for that." You know, and I'm like, "Okay, but how?" You know.
Stay alert. Stay alert. Stay alert. Stay alert. New world. Sound tough. Hey, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, important interruption. My name is Hinton, proud founder of this non-profit organization. D.U.E.C.E stands for Do Use Enlightenment and Cultural Empowerment Services. Our mission, our motto and goals are all the same. To save our youth.
Save our strength.
Squash the beef.
Increase the peace.
We said save our youth.
Save our strength. Increase the peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here today asking you all simply for
$1 donation.
in exchange for your dollar donations. Makai, tell them what we have.
Candy.
Kato, what do we have?
Chocolate.
Christian, what else we have?
$2 button.
Hey, people of the interruption. God bless you all. Travel safely. And always remember, it's a new world.
Yo-yo.
Time to
Yo-yo.
save our youth.
Save our strength.
Squash the beef.
Increase the peace.
Stay alert.
Stay alive.
Stay alert.
Stay alive.
Stay alert.
Stay alive.
God bless again, ladies and gentlemen, and enjoy the rest of your ride.
It's got the 501c3 this year, so we haven't really had an opportunity to really use it. The federal, state, and city government wants to see 3 years of tax returns before they ever allot anything to you.
$1 donation. $1 donation. $1 donation.
Through every venue. So from my aunt's apartment, we started trying to find community centers, but like I told you, NYCHA had rented them all out. Managed to do is we managed to find places that are free. So Monday we meet at Van Dyke Center. Tuesdays we meet at Mount Parrott Church, because that church let us in on Tuesdays. Wednesdays we meet at a Brooklyn Public Library Saratoga branch because they stay open until 8 late night on Wednesdays. Thursdays we meet back at Van Dyke again. They have the karate classes. I send a lot of the kids to the karate class there. And then Fridays we meet at Charity Baptist Church. It would be crazy and obscene for a youth group who's just got a 501c3 in February of 2016 in the same year to be at the community board saying, we want space for a building. And, you know, they'll be like, well, how are you going to get this building? You know, do you have any money? Do you have any, you know, a whole bunch of roadblocks would come up. So before we put ourselves in that, we want to try to build like a track record. This garden is like a prototype for this process of activating vacant space. So every page that we print out costs 10 cents. I think that each sheet holds about 30 signatures. Sir, can I bother you for 2 seconds? We're trying to save our community garden and we just need a couple of signatures to take to our community board to say that people in the community support. It's just a signature. When we come in the next time to the community board and we say, we want a building or we want to build a building, they'll probably say it's a little far-fetched, but they'll have something, you know, we'll have a track record that they could say, well, you know what, so far everything they said they were going to do, they've been doing. So let's take the chance on letting them try this one too, you know? So I don't think the building, I mean, I don't think it's that far in the future, but I also am realistically not thinking it's so near either. So I'd say give it another, what, we coming in the new year of 2017? I'm sure by 2020 or before we'll have a building. I mean, I can't say sure, but I feel by 2020 we should be having the keys and breaking over the bottle of champagne. It's our building, 2 cents, we did it. You know, like.